Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Ivona and today I'm really excited to share with you my evening Pilates routine. So we're gonna focus on deep breathing, stretching the body and releasing tension. For this class, you're gonna need some sort of a band or a yoga belt. If you don't have any of this, you can just grab a normal towel. And also you're gonna need something for your head. So I'm using this head cushion, but you can also grab a block or maybe a book. So let's begin lying down on our belly. So you're gonna lie down on your tummy. You're gonna support your forehead with your hands. And then we're just gonna focus on deep breathing. So I want you to inhale into the belly and you're gonna feel the belly pushing against the floor. And then deep exhale, just letting it go. Let's do that again. So inhale, push the belly out into the floor. And nice exhale, just releasing any tension. So we want to inhale through the nose, into the belly, and then exhale through the mouth. And let's do 3 more breaths like that. Nice and slow. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale. Last time, big breath into the belly and breath out. From here, we're gonna bend your right knee, hover the thigh off the floor, and then you're gonna take your right leg up and over, but you try to keep your head centered. And we're just gonna hold the position. So the leg is up in the air and you turning your body over to the left, but your head is centered. And we're just gonna hold it here for a couple of deep breaths. You should feel a stretch in front of your right hip and you're gonna feel a little bit of a stretch into the back as well. So nice deep breathing. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good. Stay with the breath. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Couple more deep breaths in your own time. Really try to slow down the breath, so try to inhale for count of 5 and exhale for count of 6. Inhaling for count of 5 and exhaling for count of 6. Another 2 breaths. Good. Slowly release onto your belly. Let's switch. So we first bend your left knee, hover the thigh off the floor, and you're gonna go up and over, but your foot doesn't touch the floor. Head is centered, and then start to breathe deeply. So inhaling through the nose, exhale fully. And if your mind wanders away from the breath, just bring it gently back without judging yourself. And just focus on the breath. Let's do another 2 breaths. And then slowly we're gonna release. And then just rock your hips from side to side. Good, then we're gonna bend your right knee. We're gonna grab the outside ankle, press the front of the hip down into the floor, and just hold this position. And you're gonna feel a stretch into your thigh. You're gonna make a fist with your left hand and you're gonna support your forehead. Now make sure the knee is not sticking out to the side, so we want to have the knee directly underneath your right hip. If you're super flexible, you can try to hover your right thigh off the floor and just hold and breathe. We're gonna breathe deeply into your belly. So we got breath in and breath out. Breath in, breath out. Couple more deep breaths. Good, one more breath. Let's release and switch. Grab the left ankle, pull that heel towards your sit bone, press the front of the hip down into the mat, and perhaps if you're flexible enough, you can try to hover your left leg off the floor. If it doesn't go, don't force it. Just enjoy the stretch into the thigh and breathe deeply. Take one more deep breath in and breath out, and then release, and then again rock your hips from side to side. Good, hands underneath your shoulders. We're gonna push ourselves up and then round your back, open your knees super wide, big toes connect, walk your hands forward and stretch into your child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Breathe. So you're gonna inhale into the belly again and exhale through the mouth. And then you're gonna walk both arms over to your right. Left sit bone stays on your left heel, and then reach your left arm a little bit further forward than your right arm. Place the forehead back onto the floor and breathe into the left side of your rib cage. Inhale, expanding your ribs, and exhale to soften. One more breath. Walk your arms back to the center. Going to the right, reaching your right arm a little bit further forward than your left. And we're just gonna hold it here and breathe. Inhale into the right side of the ribcage a little bit more than the left. Then walk your arms back to the center. Come onto the hands and your knees. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Walk your arms forward. And then let the chest release down to the floor. If your arms are tight, you can bend your arms and you can place your forearms onto the floor. But see if you can keep your arms lifted. And then we're gonna either place your chin down towards the ground, looking forward. If it's too much of an arch on your neck, you can drop your forehead to the floor. So either chin up, looking forward, getting a deep stretch into the upper body, or forehead down and keeping the neck a little bit more neutral. I'm gonna keep my forehead down. Just make sure that your hips are over your knees. And then just enjoy this lovely stretch into the arms and the armpits. In your upper back, and breathe. Let's take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, place one hand underneath your shoulder, then the other, and come up. And then you're gonna sit on your heels, turn your fingers backwards, so the inside of the elbow is facing forward. Relax the shoulders down, and we're just gonna stretch your forearms here. Connect to your breath. Good, and then we're gonna release and then just roll the wrist a couple of times, change direction. And we're gonna interlace the fingers, we're gonna stretch through the arms, round your back. And then hold, relax your shoulders, take a 2 deep breaths, inhale through the nose. Exhale, breath in, breath out. And then next time you inhale, we're gonna arch the back, and we're gonna lift the arms up to the ceiling, and you gently look up. Relax the shoulders away from your ears and hold for another 2 breaths. Breath in, breath out. Try to breathe into the belly rather than into your shoulders. Breath in, breath out. And then we're gonna circle the wrists. And then we're gonna release. And then from here, you're gonna tuck your toes under. And then just gently rocking forward and back on your feet. Just waking up your feet and your toes. Good. And then circle the ankles one way. And then circle the other way. Good. And we're going to drop the knees down to the floor. And we're going to interlace the fingers behind your back. Stretch the arms back. Lift the arms off your back. And lift the crown of the head and the breastbone up to the ceiling. Just feel that nice stretch across the chest. Let's take another breath in. Breath out. One more breath, inhale. And big exhale. Relax the arms, relax the heels. Sit down onto the heels and just roll your shoulders back. And roll your shoulders forward. Good. And then we're gonna sit in a zigzag position. So let's have your right shin forward and then left leg is to the side like this. Now, if you can't get both hips down onto the floor, you can sit up on a block or a book, whatever you can find. So try to level up your hips as much as you can. And now your left hand's gonna go on top of your right knee and you're gonna try to push that knee down. And then the opposite arm's gonna go around and you're gonna place your hand on top of your ear. And then you're gonna side bend over to the left. And then I want you to relax your shoulders and just hold this position for a couple of breaths. So we're gonna really open up through the right side of the rib cage and we're gonna try to breathe into that left lung. So we're gonna inhale. And we're gonna exhale. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Deep exhale. One more breath. Deep inhale. And we exhale. Breath in. And then we exhale, we're gonna come up. Release the arms, switch legs over, left shin forward, right ankle next to your hip. So your opposite hand, which is your right hand, is gonna go on top of your left knee. Push the knee down. The other arm wraps around your head like this, and we're gonna side bend over to the right. And then we're just gonna hold it here and breathe. Really breathing into the side of the rib cage here. You can go maybe a little bit deeper. Let's take one more breath. And then slowly we're gonna come up, release the arm, good. And then we're gonna sit in a cross-legged position. And we're gonna sit up nice and tall, shoulders back and down, hands to your breastbone. Inhale, try to lengthen the spine up. And then as you exhale, press both sit bones into the floor as you rotate your spine. And then inhale, we're gonna come back to the center. And then use the exhale, make sure both sit bones are staying down. And we rotate to the other side. Breath in to come back. One more time, exhale, we rotate. Keeping the nose and your fingers in line with each other. Breath in to come back. Breath out, rotate to the other side. Breath in to come back. Now breath in. Breath out, we rotate. Inhale, we're going to hold it here. And then as we exhale, we're going to try to rotate a little bit deeper. Breath in, come back to the center. Relax your shoulders. Breath out, we rotate to the other side. Breath in, hold. Breath out, rotate a little bit deeper if you can. And then inhale back to the center. Good, relax the arms. Change the cross of the legs. And then imagine you hugging a beach ball. Relax your shoulders. Bend the elbows a little. Inhale, lengthen the spine up. Exhale, rotate to one side. Again, breath in to hold. Breath out, rotate a little bit deeper. Breath in, come back to the center, grow taller in your spine. Breath out, rotate to the other side. Breath in, hold. Breath out, rotate a little bit deeper. And then inhale, come back to the center. We're gonna do this one more time, but see if you can open your legs out to the side. If your legs are really, really tight and stiff, you can keep your knees bent. So take a breath in. Breath out, we rotate. Inhale, hold. Exhale, rotate a little bit deeper. Make sure both sit bones are staying down. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, rotate to the other side. Breath in, hold. Breath out, rotate a little bit deeper if you can. And then come back to the center. Drop your hands down to the floor. Lengthen the spine up, breath in. And as you exhale, nod the chin to the chest, round your spine forward. And we're just gonna take 2 deep breaths. If it's too much on your legs, you can always bend your knees. And we're just gonna hold. So inhale, exhale. Try to breathe into the back of the ribs and into your belly rather than your shoulders. Take a breath in and out. Last breath in and out. Slide your hands to the pelvis and lift your spine up. Good. From here, we're gonna stretch out the hamstring, and for this, you're gonna need your band. So we're gonna lie down. Place the right foot into the band. If you don't have a band, you can use a kitchen towel or just a normal towel, whatever you can find. So right leg is nice and straight, and your left leg is straight also with the foot underneath your hip. And you want to check that you have that little curve here in the lower back. So you don't want to be pushing the lower spine into the floor, but allow this lower back to be nice and long. Now we're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together, elbows are down. And you're just gonna feel that stretch in the back of the leg. We're gonna inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So let's hold for a couple of deep breaths here. If your legs are super tight, you can of course keep your knee bent, that's okay. Let's take one more deep breath in and breath out. And then you're going to hold the band with your left hand, right arm's going to release out to the side, and then inhale, and as we exhale we take your right leg over to the left, but let's keep your right hip down onto the floor. We're just going to hold it here and breathe. And then from here, we're just going to bend into that right knee. And then you're going to rotate your shin in. And then you hold the band a little bit shorter. And you're going to draw the right foot in towards you. If you're quite flexible, you can hold onto the right foot with your hand. We're going to hold this position for a couple of deep breaths. You try to get your shin parallel to the ceiling. And just breathing deeply. Okay, coming back to the center, lengthening the right leg up, grab the band with your right hand, rotate your leg out so the knee turns away from you. We're going to open the right leg out to the side. Don't let your hips collapse, don't let your pelvis tilt to the right. So we want to keep your hip bones leveled, chest relaxed, and breathe. I'm not very flexible in this position, but if you are, you can go a little bit further. But don't let your leg collapse onto the floor. So the focus is on keeping your pelvis stable. Okay, we're going to come back to the center, hold the band in each hand, and then step the left foot in. Raise your right leg down and make sure that right foot is underneath your right hip. Right foot is nice and engaged. Don't let the foot relax. Really keep it flexed and engaged. Little curve in the lower spine. Shoulder blades squeezing together. And just breathe. We're going to hold the band with your right hand, keeping the left hip down. We take your left leg across, so towards the right. And then we're just going to breathe. And just stay connected to the breath. Try not to judge yourself, how flexible or not flexible you are. Just stay with the breath. No judgment. Just allow yourself to be yourself and accept yourself as you are. And then we're going to bend that knee. Hold the band a little bit shorter, and then we're going to draw that shin in towards the chest. We want the shin parallel to the floor. And then if you are flexible enough, you can try to hold onto your foot, but make sure the foot is flexed. We don't be pulling on the foot. And just breathing. And if your mind wanders away from the breath, just bring it back gently. Make sure the nose is in line with the breastbone, head centered. Good, we're going to come back. We're going to lengthen the leg up. Hold the band with your left hand. Rotate your leg out from the hip so the knee is turning away from you. And then allow your left leg to open out to the side, but we want to keep your hips nice and leveled. We don't want to be tilting your pelvis to the left side. So staying very centered in your pelvis. So again, my leg is quite limited here, but if you're flexible, you can go further, but don't let your pelvis tilt to the side. And then we're going to come back to the center, and then we're going to step the right foot in. So both legs are in. And again, squeeze the shoulder blades together, feet are flexed. Ideally, the feet should be over the pelvis. And then just allow your hips to rock from side to side. Just massaging that sacrum. Good, and then we're gonna pause, breath in, and then as you exhale, bend your knees, and we're gonna release. Have your feet super wide as the mat, and your heels are quite close to your bum. Open the arms to the side, and then allow your right knee to roll in as the left leg rotates out. Breath in to come back, breath out, switch. Left knee draws in as the right leg rotates out. Come back to the center as you inhale. Exhale, rotate your hips, and now turn your head to the right. Come back to the center, exhale to switch. Feet are flexed. Inhale back to the center and rotate. Inhale back to the center and switch. Oh, let's do one more. Exhale. Inhale back to the center and exhale, rotate to the other side. Hold it there, and now you're going to place your right foot on top of your left thigh, and then think about reaching your left knee a little bit further forward, feeling the stretch down your left leg, looking towards your left hand. Breathe. Take one more breath. Come back to the center. Place your right foot down. Rotate your knees over to the left. And then we're going to do the same thing. Right foot goes on top. Reach the right knee further forward. And again, one side might feel a little bit tighter, and that's okay. You're going to look towards your right hand. Breathe into the belly. Good. Come back to the center and release your right foot down. Then walk your feet in. One more time, we're going to place your right ankle over the left thigh, and we're going to draw that left leg into the chest and create a little curve in the lower back. Relax your shoulders, draw the chin to the chest. If you feel that your head is tilting back, you can slide a pillow or a block underneath your head. Let's hold this stretch. Hopefully you're feeling a nice stretch on the outside of your right hip into the right glute and your piriformis muscle. Let's connect to the breath again. Let's take one more breath. Good, release, and we're gonna switch. Left ankle on top, left foot flexed. Draw the right leg to the chest and create a little curve in the lower back. If you're feeling really stiff and you cannot hold onto the right leg, you can always drop the foot down and then push that left knee away, and you still get the same stretch. And then release. Good, so both feet are down, neutral spine, arms by your side. We're gonna inhale, and then as you exhale, just tilt your pelvis back, flattening the lower back into the mat, and then inhale, just gently relax back to neutral. And again, so just rocking your pelvis back, and then inhale, rocking the pelvis away, and then exhale, flattening the spine into the mat. And then inhale to recreate that little curve in the lower back. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, just gently press the lower back into the floor. Inhale, relax. And exhale, gently press the lower back into the floor. And then we're going to start to peel that spine off the mat. We're going to rest on your shoulder blades and make sure that you're not doing this. So we want to keep those lower ribs a little bit lower than your hips. Inhale the arms over your head. And then as you exhale, keep reaching the arms away from you as you're slowly releasing your spine back down, nice and slow, making sure all 10 toes are staying down on the floor. Relax your tailbone down, and then inhale, return the arms back by your side. We got breath in, breath out. We're gonna tuck your tailbone under, drawing the pubic bone to the belly button to the breastbone, coming up towards your shoulder blades. Keeping your knees nice and parallel to each other. Inhale, reach the arms over your head. Keep reaching the arms a little bit further and further away as you exhale. Slowly melt your spine back down, bone by bone. Relax your tailbone. Inhale the arms by your side. Let's do it one more time. Breath in. Breath out. Tuck your tailbone under and peel. Inhale, reach the arms. Keep reaching the arms away as you slowly melt your spine back down. And then relax the tailbone, hug your knees to the chest. And then rock your hips from side to side one more time. Good, and then from there we're gonna roll over onto your right side, pushing yourself up. And we're gonna go into upward facing dog. So we're going to drop your hips down, roll the shoulders back and down, draw the chin to the chest, and we're going to stretch your abdominals. If this is too much of an arch on your back and you're feeling quite a bit of pressure into the lower back, I want you to go into a Sphinx pose instead. So you would be on your forearms with your hands parallel to each other, and this should feel a little bit gentle on your back. If it's still too much, you can just rest on your belly. So either upward facing dog or a Sphinx pose, choice is yours. Let's breathe into the belly, really extending the spine, stretching the front line of the body. Let's take one more breath here. And then on the exhale, we're going to pull the navel into the spine. You start to round your back, and you're going to sit down into the child's pose. Take a breath in. As you exhale, look towards your hands, come onto the hands and your knees. And then check that your hands are underneath your shoulders. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And then drop the belly. Inhale, arch your back again. And then exhale, start to tuck your tailbone under. And we're going to round your spine, drawing the chin to the chest, spreading the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, lift the sit bones back up. Drop the belly, arch your back. Look forward or up to the ceiling. And we exhale, tuck your tailbone under. And we round. One more time. Drop the belly. Just feel into the body. And we exhale to round. Good. Stay in that rounded position. Tuck your toes under. Breath in. And as you exhale, hover the knees off the floor. And hold for 5, 4. Really push the floor away with your arms, stretching out in between the shoulder blades. And then you're going to relax your knees down, stretch the toes back. And one more time, take a child's pose. Forehead to the floor. And we're going to sweep the arms back. Interlace the fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders back and down away from your ears. Keep pulling your shoulders away from your ears as you extend the arms. And then hold and breathe. If you want a deeper stretch, you're going to lift your buttock off your heels and you're going to roll onto the crown of the head. And you're going to hold that position. But make sure your shoulders don't creep up to your ears. So we're going to pull those shoulder blades down. Breathing, stretching out the neck. One more breath. We're going to drop the bum down to the floor, relax the arms, and just rest for a second. Notice how you're feeling, notice the energy. You're going to rock gently from side to side if that feels good. And then breath in, and as we exhale, draw the navel into the spine, and slowly but surely we're going to come up. And just roll your shoulders back a couple of times. And roll your shoulders forward. Good. And we're going to sit in a cross-legged position again. Good. And we're going to inhale your right arm up to the ceiling. Bend your elbow. And then we're going to take that left arm around and we're going to try to hook or interlace the fingertips. Now, if you cannot do that, I want you to grab your band or grab your towel and hold it. If your hips are tight and you're rounding your back, sit up on a couple of books or a block. Now from here, I want you to lift your left elbow off your back, draw the lower ribs in, and then reach the crown of the head up to the ceiling. And then I'm just going to hold this position, connect to your breath again. Imagine that that left shoulder is a flower, and that flower is going to open up with an inhale, and it's going to close on the exhale. And it's going to open on the inhale, close on the exhale. One more breath. Good. And then we're going to release, relax the arms, roll your shoulders back, roll the shoulders forward. Good. We're going to change the cross of the legs. Switching side. Inhale your left arm up. Bend the elbow. Wrap the right arm around. Catch the fingertips or grab the band. Good. draw the lower ribs in and then extend through that mid-back and your neck. You're gonna hover the right elbow off your back, and we're just gonna hold this position and breathe. Inhale into the belly, exhale. Imagine that that right shoulder is a flower. We're gonna inhale into that flower, and we're gonna exhale. And inhale, and we exhale. One more breath. Good, and then we're gonna release and roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward a couple of times. Good. Place your left hand down, right ear to the right shoulder, and just enjoy the neck stretch here. Make sure your head doesn't go forward, so we want to keep your head on top of the spine, or even a little bit further back if it goes back. We're just gonna hold it and breathe. Take one more breath. Gonna release and we switch. Good, and then head back on top of the spine. Good. Rotate your head from side to side. And then look up and look down a couple of times. One more time, looking up, tilt your head back. And then draw the chin to the chest. We're gonna hold that position. So again, make sure the head doesn't collapse forward. So think about going up and over, tucking your chin in, bringing your elbows in, and just gently stretching the back of the neck and breathing. And then slowly we're going to lift the chin up and relax. Good. Alright guys, so we did some lovely stretching. Hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed and you're ready to go to bed now. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. That's it from me. Have a lovely evening and I will see you in the next one. Bye.